Good evening. I want you to take a deep breath, clear your mind, and hear this, not just with your ears, but with your heart. You are capable of more than you think. Every single day, the world throws challenges at you. Some are small, some are massive. Some days you feel unstoppable, and others you feel like you're standing in quicksand. But here's the truth. You are stronger than any obstacle in your way. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck isn't talent, isn't luck, isn't even intelligence. It's belief. Belief in oneself. The moment you truly believe you can, everything changes. Your mind shifts, your actions shift, your results shift. Success isn't something that just happens. It's something you create by the way you think, the way you act, and the way you refuse to quit. So, listen to this. Every single day, you are not here by accident. You were designed for greatness. You have talents that are waiting to be developed, ideas that are waiting to be unleashed, and potential that is waiting to be realized. But nothing happens until you believe. When you believe in yourself, you stop making excuses. When you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for permission. When you believe in yourself, you take action, even when it's scary, even when it's uncertain, even when no one else believes in you yet. Listen to me. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need you. So decide today, right now, that you will no longer doubt yourself, that you will no longer let fear control you, that you will no longer wait for the right time. The right time is now. Wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and say, I believe in myself. Say it until you feel it. Say it until your actions reflect it. Say it until the world has no choice but to believe in you too. You are powerful. You are capable. You are unstoppable. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. If you think small, you live small. If you think big, you grow into it. Do something every day that moves you closer to your goal. The more you work on yourself, the more you trust yourself. Your words program your mind, so speak power, not doubt. Stop waiting for confidence. Just start moving and confidence will catch up. Use it as a lesson, not a life sentence. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. See yourself as a winner, and you'll start acting like one. Your future depends on what you do today, so start now. If there's one thing that separates those who succeed from those who don't, it's belief. Not luck, not talent, not even intelligence. Just pure, unwavering belief. When a person truly believes in their ability to achieve something, they find a way, no matter what stands in their path. But when belief is weak, even the smallest obstacles become mountains. Think about it. Every great achievement in history started with someone who believed it was possible. Before the invention, before the breakthrough, before the triumph, there was an idea that someone refused to let go of. The mind is a powerful thing. When you believe in your ability to succeed, you begin to act in a way that makes success inevitable. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. Doubt, on the other hand, is a dream killer. The moment you start questioning whether you're capable, you hesitate, and hesitation is the enemy of progress. Instead of moving forward, you second-guess yourself. Instead of taking risks, you play it safe. Instead of creating, you wait. And waiting never builds success. So how do you strengthen belief? You start by feeding your mind with the right thoughts. You remind yourself daily that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you have what it takes. You surround yourself with people who uplift you, not those who bring you down. You take action, because action reinforces belief. Every step you take, every small win, every lesson learned builds the foundation of confidence that turns belief into reality. The moment you fully believe in yourself, everything changes. You stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. You stop making excuses and start making progress. You stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as part of the journey. And when that belief becomes unshakable, success becomes inevitable. The way you see the world determines what you get from it. Two people can look at the same situation. One sees opportunity, the other sees a dead end. One sees a lesson, the other sees failure. One sees a challenge to overcome, the other sees a reason to quit. The difference isn't the situation, it's the mindset. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, that's what grows. Plant seeds of confidence, discipline, and optimism, and your life will reflect it. But if you let weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity take root, they will choke out every possibility before it even has a chance to grow. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they let the wrong thoughts control them. The mind is always working, always shaping your reality. If you fill it with excuses, you'll find reasons to stay where you are. If you fill it with limitations, you'll never push past them. But if you train it to focus on solutions, on possibilities, on growth, suddenly the world starts opening up. You see chances where others see roadblocks. You push forward when others give up. You build habits that bring results instead of excuses that bring regret. Success doesn't start with luck or talent. It starts with the way you think. If you think like a victim, you'll always find proof that life is unfair. If you think like a winner, you'll always find a way to win. Change your thoughts and you change your actions. Change your actions and you change your future. It all starts with the mind. Success isn't something that just happens one day. It's not a lucky break, a single big move, or a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's the result of small, consistent actions repeated over time. The people who achieve great things don't wake up one morning and suddenly find themselves successful. They build it, step by step, decision by decision, habit by habit. Every day, you're making choices that either move you closer to your goals or further away from them. It's not the grand gestures that make the biggest impact. It's the simple disciplines practiced daily. Waking up a little earlier to work on your skills. Choosing to read something that expands your mind instead of wasting time on distractions. Pushing yourself to do the extra rep, make the extra call, take the extra step. These things don't seem like much in the moment, but over time they add up. Most people underestimate the power of small habits. They want instant results, so they give up too soon. But success doesn't come from one big effort. It comes from the daily commitment to improve, to learn, to push forward, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, progress over excuses, you strengthen that bridge. The truth is, success isn't built in a day, but it is built daily. If you want to change your life, change what you do every day. Make success a habit, and before you know it, the results will follow. Confidence doesn't come from wishing, hoping, or waiting for the right moment. It comes from knowing that you've put in the work, knowing that you've followed through on your commitments, knowing that you're prepared. And where does that kind of confidence come from? Discipline. When you develop discipline, something changes inside you. You stop doubting yourself because you've built a track record of doing what needs to be done. You no longer second guess whether you can handle a challenge because you've already proven to yourself that you can. Every time you show up, every time you push through discomfort, every time you keep a promise to yourself, you add another brick to the foundation of your confidence. Most people wait for confidence before they take action, but that's not how it works. Confidence doesn't come first. Discipline does. When you stay disciplined, when you keep showing up even on the days you don't feel like it, something powerful happens. You stop needing motivation because you've built momentum. You stop relying on inspiration because you've built habits. And over time, you stop wondering if you're capable and start knowing that you are. Discipline is what turns doubt into certainty. It's what turns hesitation into action. It's what separates those who talk about success from those who actually achieve it. When you commit to discipline, confidence becomes the natural result. The words you speak shape the life you live. Every time you open your mouth, you're either building yourself up or tearing yourself down. You're either planting seeds of success or sowing doubt and failure. The way you talk about yourself, your goals, and your future isn't just talk. It's programming your mind for what's to come. Most people don't realize how powerful their words are. They say things like, "I'm not good at this," or "I'll never get that opportunity," or "Things never work out for me." And then they wonder why life keeps proving them right. It's not because they're unlucky, it's because they keep reinforcing the wrong beliefs. If you keep speaking defeat, don't be surprised when you feel defeated. The key is to start speaking victory every single day. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," say, "I'm getting better every day." Instead of saying, "I'll never get that opportunity," say, "The right opportunities are coming my way." Instead of saying, "Things never work out for me," say, "I find a way no matter what." When you start speaking in a way that aligns with success, you begin to think like a winner, act like a winner, and eventually become one. Words are like fuel. If you fill your mind with words of strength, perseverance, and confidence, you'll have the energy to keep going when things get tough. But if you keep feeding yourself negativity, doubt, and fear, you'll drain your own potential before you even start. So be intentional with what you say. Speak words that push you forward, not hold you back. Speak like someone who expects to win. Speak like someone who refuses to quit. Speak like someone who knows their best days are still ahead. Because once your words change, your life will follow. Fear is like a shadow. It looks big and intimidating until you step toward it. The moment you take action, fear starts to shrink. Most people wait until they feel confident before they take action, but that's the mistake. Confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Think about the times when fear held you back. The longer you hesitated, the stronger the fear became. The more you thought about what could go wrong, the more paralyzed you felt. But the moment you took that first step, everything changed. The fear didn't disappear all at once, but suddenly it wasn't as powerful as it seemed. That's because fear is fueled by inaction. The more you sit still, the bigger it grows. The more you analyze, the more reasons you find to delay. But the second you move, fear starts losing its grip. Action creates momentum, and momentum makes fear irrelevant. The hardest part is always the beginning, that first conversation, that first decision, that first step. But once you start moving, things get easier. Your mind stops overthinking, and your energy shifts from fear to focus. You start realizing that the things you were afraid of were never as bad as you imagined. Most people wait for fear to go away before they act, but the truth is, fear never fully disappears. The only way to silence it is to move forward anyway. Fear hates action. Fear thrives on hesitation, on excuses, on waiting for the perfect moment. But the moment you take action, any action, you take back control. So whatever it is that's been holding you back, face it with action. Start small if you have to, but start. Take one step, then another. Fear can't stop someone who refuses to stand still. Failure isn't the end, it's information. It's life's way of saying, here's what needs to change. The problem is, most people take failure personally. They see it as proof that they aren't good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. But failure doesn't say that at all. It simply says, adjust your approach. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall, they stumble, they trip over their own feet. But they don't stop trying. They don't sit down and say, maybe walking isn't for me. No, they get up and try again. Why? Because they haven't learned to fear failure yet. They see falling as part of the process. But somewhere along the way, people start treating failure like a stop sign instead of a stepping stone. The truth is, failure only defeats those who stop trying. If you see it for what it really is, feedback. It becomes one of the greatest tools for growth. It teaches you what works and what doesn't. It builds resilience. It sharpens your skills. Every setback is a lesson, and every lesson brings you closer to success if you're willing to learn from it. Look at anyone who has achieved anything significant, and you'll find a trail of failures behind them. The difference is, they didn't let failure define them, they used it to refine them. They didn't quit because things didn't work out the first time. They adjusted, improved, and kept going. So the next time you fail, don't take it as a sign to stop. Take it as a sign to learn, to grow, and to try again. This time with more wisdom, more experience, and more determination. Because failure isn't final. It's just feedback. You can have the strongest mindset, the biggest goals, and the best work ethic, but if you're in the wrong environment, it will hold you back. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, and the atmosphere you place yourself in all play a role in shaping your belief in what's possible. If you spend your time around negative people, people who doubt, complain, and make excuses, it won't be long before you start thinking the same way. Their doubts will become your doubts. Their limitations will become your limitations. It's like trying to grow a plant in bad soil. It doesn't matter how much potential the seed has. If the environment isn't right, growth won't happen. But when you put yourself in a space where people think bigger, dream bigger, and expect more from life, something shifts. You start to believe in greater possibilities. You hear stories of success that make you realize, if they can do it, why not me? You see examples of perseverance, discipline, and courage that push you to raise your own standards. The right environment fuels belief by reinforcing the mindset that success is not just for others, it's for you too. It's why successful people seek out mentors, join mastermind groups, and build relationships with those who push them forward. They know that belief isn't just something you create internally, it's something that's strengthened by the people and influences around you. So take a look at your environment. Are the people around you inspiring growth or keeping you stagnant? Are your daily conversations filled with possibility or filled with complaints? If you want to believe in yourself at the highest level, surround yourself with those who already do. Because when the environment is right, belief becomes unstoppable. You will never rise higher than the image you have of yourself. No matter how much talent, knowledge, or opportunity you have, if deep down you don't see yourself as successful, you'll always find a way to fall short. Your self-image is the thermostat for your life. It sets the limit for what you believe is possible. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you'll always struggle. If you see yourself as someone who never catches a break, you'll find ways to confirm that belief. If you see yourself as someone unworthy of success, you'll sabotage yourself without even realizing it. That's because the mind is always working to make your reality match your self-image. But the good news is, just as a thermostat can be adjusted, so can your self-image. You can raise your expectations for yourself. You can change the way you see yourself. And when you do, everything else starts to shift. You begin to make different choices, take bolder actions, and carry yourself with more confidence. Suddenly, opportunities appear where you once saw obstacles. The key is to start seeing yourself as the person you want to become, not in the future, but right now. Speak like that person, act like that person, make decisions like that person, and soon enough, your external results will start to match your internal vision. Success isn't just about skills or knowledge. It starts with identity. If you believe you are meant for more, you will push yourself to achieve more. If you see yourself as capable, you will step up and prove it. Change your self-permission, and you will change your future. There's no investment in the world that will give you a better return than the investment you make in yourself. Not stocks, not real estate, not even the best business opportunity, because all of those things depend on one factor: you. Your knowledge, your mindset, your skills, and your ability to adapt determine how far you go in life. And the more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the right opportunity, the right economy, or the right moment. But the truth is, opportunities don't just appear, they come to those who are prepared. The person who sharpens their skills, expands their mind, and builds discipline will always be in demand. The person who refuses to grow, who stops learning, who settles for average, will always struggle. Investing in yourself means making learning a priority. Read books, take courses, develop new skills. Feed your mind with ideas that challenge and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Take care of your health, because a strong body fuels a strong mind. Manage your time wisely, because every moment wasted is an opportunity lost. The best part? When you invest in yourself, no one can take it away from you. Markets can crash, businesses can fail, circumstances can change, but the knowledge, discipline, and confidence you build will stay with you forever. And that's what separates those who struggle from those who succeed. So don't wait for someone else to give you permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now, because the greatest asset you will ever have is you. Success isn't built in a single day. It's built in the small, consistent choices you make every day. Your habits determine your results. If your habits are strong, your future will be strong. If your habits are weak, no amount of motivation or talent will save you. Look at your daily routine. What are you doing with your time? Are you building habits that move you forward or habits that hold you back? The truth is, you don't have to guess where you'll be in 5 years. Just look at your habits today, and they'll tell you everything you need to know. Winners don't rely on motivation because they know motivation is unreliable. They rely on discipline. They build habits that keep them moving forward even when they don't feel like it. They don't wait for inspiration to hit. They create systems that keep them consistent. Whether it's reading daily, exercising, waking up early, or working on their craft, they understand that success is just a series of good habits repeated over time. So, if you want to change your life, start with your habits. Success isn't a mystery. It's just the result of the right actions done repeatedly until they become second nature. If you want to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. Growth only happens when you stretch yourself beyond what feels easy or convenient. The problem is, most people spend their lives avoiding discomfort. They stick to what's familiar, what's safe, what doesn't challenge them. And then they wonder why nothing ever changes. Look at any great success story and you'll see someone who embraced discomfort. Athletes push their bodies past their limits. Entrepreneurs take risks that most people shy away from. Leaders step into challenges they're not fully prepared for. They do this because they understand one thing: growth and comfort never exist together. The more willing you are to be uncomfortable, the more successful you'll become. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand your potential. Every time you push past fear, you grow stronger. Every time you do something that scares you, you become a little more unstoppable. So ask yourself, are you choosing comfort or are you choosing growth? Because you can't have both. Every person has a choice. Either they make progress or they make excuses. You can either find a way or find a reason why it can't be done, but you can't do both. The people who succeed in life are the ones who refuse to let excuses control them. Excuses sound good in the moment. They give you a reason to stay where you are, a justification for why things aren't working. I don't have time. I don't have the right connections. I don't know how. But here's the truth. Someone else had the same challenge and still found a way. The difference? They focused on solutions instead of reasons to quit. If you want to move forward, eliminate excuses from your vocabulary. Instead of saying, I don't have time, say, how can I make time? Instead of saying, I don't know how, say, where can I learn? Instead of saying, it's too hard, say, what's the first step I can take? Success isn't about having perfect conditions. It's about making the most of what you have and pushing forward anyway. No more excuses. No more waiting. The time to start is now. Success always comes with a price. The question is, are you willing to pay it? Because nothing great ever comes without sacrifice. You have to be willing to give up something if you want to gain something greater. Some people want success, but they're not willing to sacrifice their time. They're not willing to wake up earlier, put in the extra hours, or develop the skills they need. They want the reward without the effort, and that's why they stay stuck. Others understand that every achievement comes with a cost. If you want better health, you have to sacrifice unhealthy habits. If you want financial success, you have to sacrifice impulsive spending. If you want to be great at something, you have to sacrifice distractions and put in the work. The truth is, you're always paying a price. Either you pay the price of discipline now, or you pay the price of regret later. And regret is always the more expensive option. So what price are you willing to pay? Because the answer to that question will determine the level of success you reach. Everyone wants success, but not everyone is prepared to become the kind of person success requires. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Think about the kind of life you want. Do you want wealth? Then you must develop the habits, mindset, and work ethic of someone who builds wealth. Do you want strong relationships? Then you must become the kind of person who brings value, trust, and loyalty to relationships. Do you want to be a leader? Then you must carry yourself with the discipline, confidence, and responsibility of a leader. Too many people sit around waiting for things to change, hoping for success to come their way. But life doesn't work like that. You have to step up, take ownership, and become the kind of person who naturally attracts the success you desire. So instead of asking, how can I get more, ask, how can I become more? Because when you grow, everything around you will grow with you.